Okay, so I remember reading First Nephi, and despite it being like literally a one-book story that's like just 3 to 4 pages, I think it can teach us a pretty important lesson. It states that after 200 years of being faithful, the Nephites once again turned to wickedness, and eventually the number of the righteous began to decrease further and further. It led to them wanting to persecute members of the church, which could kind of tie back into being like, the saints in the early days, and it can also apply to our generation as well, when so much of the world revolves around wicked deeds, and is full of ideologies that are against the church. It can also apply to people actively trying to lure people away from the church, whether it be through social media or their own actions. But there can be some peace found, as stated here. Therefore, they did exercise power and authority over the disciples of Jesus, who did tarry with them, and they did cast them into prison. But by the power of the word of God, which was in them, the prisons were rent in twain, and they went forth doing mighty miracles among them. Nevertheless, and notwithstanding all these miracles, the people did harden their hearts, and did seek to kill him, even as the Jews at Jerusalem sought to kill Jesus, according to his word. And they did cast them into the furnaces of fire, and they did came forth receiving no harm. What this section of the Book of Mormon can teach us is that when we follow Christ, though, he will protect us, and he will keep us safe. This section of the Book of Mormon really teaches us to fear not, for when we follow Christ, we will be blessed, and that God will be with us, and he will help us.